if you just come up with some list of rules, like you're going to rigidly try to keep to walk in the Spirit, that's often what happens. It's like, oh, I'm going to drive home. I need to live in the Spirit. I'm going to. So you're thinking about living in the Spirit. It's almost like that's the opposite of what you need to be doing. It's like that becomes so introspective and so absorbed with yourself. And what you're really seeing here is it's like Paul is saying, stop being absorbed with yourself. And stop, because that's what people who want to be under the law and under the list and under the rules and under the rigidity are always doing. They're thinking about, what am I doing? How am I performing? And I got to do this to please God, and I got to, rather than looking at the cross. Because the thing is, you'll recognize chapter 1 and chapter 3 both start with Christ crucified, Christ dying. That's the real focal point of the faith of this gospel that Paul's setting forth. And that's why he said these guys are pursuing another gospel, because they've moved away from that reality. They started by the hearing of faith. They started with their eyes set on Christ. What happened? Judaizers came along and they said, you guys really need to be thinking about other things here. And it pulled their eyes off of it. And the reality is we can pull our eyes off of Christ just as fast, trying to come up with some new scheme. You can talk to one another. Well, what do we have to do to walk in the Spirit? Well, I'll tell you what to do. You need to read this book over here. You really want to do it. You go to this conference over here, and this is what's going to really make you holy. And I'm not saying there's anything necessarily wrong with going to a conference or reading a book, but you can get it in your head. Here's the secret formula for walking in the Spirit.